This is Joseph Hansen here with a short video on how to make steak Gorgonzola Alfredo. First step is to marinate the steak. I use top sirloin here. It's trimmed, cut into about 1-inch cubes. Marinating is what takes the most time for this dish. You do it the night before, and you can easily do the rest of this in 30 minutes. Alright, 2 pounds cubed. Next is rosemary, ground up, as much garlic as you please, minced. Good. Now, Italian dressing. I use Joe's Professional brand, only the highest quality. Put down enough to coat it, and the rosemary, and garlic. Toss it all together, everything gets covered, then cover with plastic and set it in the fridge. Gorgonzola Alfredo sauce. Starts with 1/4 cup of butter melted, add garlic, toast it. Whenever it gets nice and foamy, I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. When the cream is warmed, we're going to be adding to that 1 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add this slow, nice and slow. Let it melt. Alright. After you get the Parmesan cheese melted in, we're going to be going to a 1/2 cup of Gorgonzola cheese. Again, we're going to be adding this nice and slow. You want to get it all melted before you do it. If you overload the pan, it's going to break the sauce, it's going to break the cheese, everything's going to go bad. Pepper to taste. And before serving, you're going to be adding spinach. I did about 4 cups of spinach shredded by hand. Alright, quick lesson. Why you should always tear your greens instead of cut them with a knife. Imagine we're looking at cell walls of spinach leaf here. They get cut, and all the juices flow out as soon as you pull them apart. But if you were to tear them apart, they'd break along the cell walls, and whenever you pull it apart, all the juices would stay inside the cells. They don't go into your sauce and turn it green. They stay inside the spinach, and your greens stay greener, and your sauce stays whiter. It's always points in appearance. I think so. Alright, after the sauce is complete, gonna get that pasta boiling. And get that steakum out of that fridgeum. Medium-high heat. We're gonna want a nice sear on the outside here. Fill the pan up, but don't crowd it. You can expect the steak to be really moist from the marinade. A lot of it's gonna cook off as steam. Even more is gonna caramelize on the bottom of the pan though. Especially with such a sweet marinade like Italian dressing. A little pepper's good. Be careful with any salt though. The dressing should be more than enough salt here. You're not going to want any more than that. Alright, batch 2 gets cooked about the same. Looking for a nice medium rare on the inside of the cubes here. It's almost as important as the color and the texture on the outside of the steak. The steak is going to be one of the few contrasting colors on the end of the plate, so you want to make sure that you get a deep, dark, brown, crispy sear on the outside of the meat for whenever serving comes around. Alrighty. By now the pasta should be done cooking. We're going to coat it with olive oil. To that we're going to add about 1/2 cup of sun-dried tomatoes cut into big chunks. And a heaping tablespoon of capers. Salt, of course. And pepper. Right. On to the final plating. Alright. Grab a plate, start with a bed of pasta. And you're going to top the pasta with the spinach Gorgonzola Alfredo sauce. You want the steak on top of the sauce to make sure the color is visible from that steak. You don't want to cover it up or everything's just going to be white. Yeah, nice. Garnish with Gorgonzola crumbles, parsley, touch of balsamic vinegar, and served with garlic toast. It's one of my favorite dishes when I was working at the Olive Garden. We called it steak gorg. I recreated it here in the kitchen. Hope you can get the same enjoyment I have from it. Cheers.